You might be confused as to why I am uploading a video like this on Hallows Eve, but honestly, I believe the terrible implications of the real world are much scarier than any Halloween creature. I don't know how controversial of a take this is going to be, and I doubt I'm the only one who has thought of this, but with how the world is right now, I do believe I need to be honest with you guys and speak my mind. I'm not going to do a lot of editing on this, as I don't want a lot of visuals to distract you. I just want you to listen. Alright. Deep down, I don't think we want the truth. I think we want a truth, but not the truth. We may claim we want the truth, but in reality, I personally find that deep down, we just want truth that aligns with what we want to hear or believe. I don't think this applies to every human being. I, for one, hate generalization, but I think many of us associate with this. As an example of what I'm talking about, if you're on the political left, you'll likely listen to and believe news stations like CNN, and if you're on the political right, you'll likely believe stations like Fox News. And when we take a look at the opposing news stations, we scoff at them, saying that they're biased and or fake news, but have we considered that what we listen to may be just as guilty? I mean, think of it this way. For how often a news station praises or even kisses the rumps of individuals on one side, how often do they do it to people on the other side? Or how often do they chastise people on the opposing side when compared to how often they do it to their own side? Also, if websites like PunditFact are to be believed, there have been plenty of false statements said by these organizations over the years, whether intentional or not. It's stuff like this that makes me concerned for certain people I care about. I won't name names here, as I don't want these people to be harassed or hurt, and if anybody tries to go after them, well, shame on you. But I am just concerned that these people, who are good and loving, who get their information from certain sources, which are known to be heavily biased towards a specific side, aren't getting the full truth, and letting their biases cloud them like an ideological veil. Another example I can give regarding not wanting the real truth is whenever an accusation comes up. And keep in mind, I say accusation because often when there's accusations, at least when they first come up, it's just a statement that is not always enough evidence to support it. And yet, usually based on whoever is being accused, whom they associate with, and what the specific accusation is, I see people either chastise or defend the accused. Even when more evidence comes up for or against the accused, I still see a decent amount of these people not change their stance. All just because they're so set in their ways. As I watch the tumultuous world, especially as I've gotten older and I've associated myself with friends, acquaintances, and peers from many backgrounds and beliefs, I've seen these biases rise up from all sides. No matter what you believe, your biases will make you see and believe things that you want to latch onto, and reject everything that says otherwise. This, to me at least, is why I see bias as one of the greatest and darkest of humanity's failings. And I cannot say that I myself am not guilty of this. That would be extremely hypocritical of me and undermine the message I'm trying to spread. No matter whether we want to admit it or not, bias affects many of us. I'm just tired of these facades. Tired of getting half-truths from sources we uphold like they are biblical scripture. Tired of seeing the innocent burn and the guilty escaping. Tired of ignoring what's dangling in front of our very faces for all to see. All because many of us are too stubborn and stuck up our own rumps to step out of the echo chambers we let ourselves get comfy inside. And at what cost? Division? Arguments? A world I've come to despise more and more the older I get and the more vileness and hypocrisy I see. And it's all because of us. Most likely not all of us, but still us. So, what am I trying to say through this entire melancholic tirade? I guess that we can do better. I'm not saying to cast aside our ideologies, but to just consider how sticking too closely may have potentially negative consequences, and that there is more truth that can be found by simply stepping outside of our barriers. Admitting biases is a good start, but I believe that's not enough. If we tend to stick to a specific side, we should see what the other side says. For example, if you watch Fox News, maybe also see what CNN is saying on the same issue, and vice versa. If a piece of information being spread is based on a video, maybe try to find the original video to make sure nothing was taken out of context. Discuss. Look at the facts. It's a cliche statement, but research is your friend. And sometimes, it's okay to admit that you don't know the full truth. To use a previous example, if someone is accused without enough evidence to support it, I'd argue that's better than blindly defending or raging. I don't think we can ever truly get rid of our biases, but the best we can do is work around them. Doing a simple Google search shows many articles that discuss and gives advice on how we can analyze what biases we might have and how to deal with them, far better than I ever could. I myself should stick to these thoughts and advice myself. We may falter at points, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't at least try. Will we ever know all truths? I highly doubt it. But at the very least, we can at least try to separate what's actually going on and try to discard the ideological veils that blind us. If you agree with this message, then please, by all means, spread it around. And it's something I think we should all at least consider. That's one of the reasons why we have public platforms like this, after all, to spread and share our thoughts. If you don't agree, then please, let me know where I might have gone wrong. My mindset is just one of billions, and I cannot deny that I may have flaws. Just try to be civil, please. The world could certainly use more of it. From the bottom of my heart, Godspeed, everyone.